Looks like I'm live. All right, I'm going to work on trying to get my stuff again, my comments and all down below. Do got a few things to chat with you guys about too. Let's see if I can find. It's always weird starting like this with the phone up there. There we go. Takes a few seconds for it to even pop up for me so I can get it on the computer and all that wonderful stuff. Enerson starts probably in 1 hour. First, or is it glitched? It shouldn't be. Oh man, what's up with this? Okay, it looks like it's going okay. I got a seriously crazy shiny head on the computer screen. Does it look that bad for you guys? Oh man, I don't have my app. Oh well, we'll just have to go with it. Hey Jesse's RC. Let's see if I can get this right here. This frame. Okay, there we go. Hopefully it's do a video of the Red Cat Kaiju EXT. The Bronte Tate, I got something else coming. I've actually got 2, 3 something else coming. It's going to be, hey Ashley, what's up? One of them is going to be, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. One of them is going to be another 5th scale. It's going to be converted to electric. The other one I can already tell you is the Traxxas Trax. And that one's going to get a copperhead ESC, nice motor, nice servo and stuff like that. And the third one, I can't say yet. All right, Joe Girding, hey buddy, what's happening? Dakota Johnson, Bob's RC, hey man. Lucio Garnica, Massachusetts, hey buddy. Tim Clark, Oregon, gotcha. Scott, hey buddy. Joe Eisenberg, what's up Joe? Finally caught a live show. Well, heck yeah, buddy. Rob Dahl, is it wet outside? Yes, sir, it is. The track is good for mud boggers right now. It will be epic if you guys wanted to come out, say, tomorrow when I get home. Bring something over, Robert. Robert Dahl is a local guy. So, hey, Joe, do you have axles for the SEX6 in stock? I do. I do have axle housings. Let me put my email address up here again. I always forget that. At Yahoo. All right. There is that. Hey, Black Venom, what's up? We're going to pin this right here. Okay, so my email address is up. I have the SEX6 axle housings in stock. I have they're silver housings, but I've got a set with the black diff covers and a set with the shiny gold brass diff covers. And the brass. The brass is on the front axle and the middle axle. The rearmost axle is all aluminum. Now, the reason why he's doing it, and the same reason why when I tune a 6x6, I tune it to turn and work off of that center axle. This way you get a tighter turn. And the back axle just kind of floats and slides around, so it works out pretty darn well. Let me get all this down here. All right. So I'm actually getting comments on the phone before they're popping up on the laptop this time. So anyway, my email address is up there. I still have a pretty good stock of Vidavon too. I got more stuff ordered. It never ends. Let me see. Taylor mix. Oh my God, Taylor's on here too. Well, you know what, Taylor? Tell him to bring it over tomorrow while we still got daylight. And I'll gladly get a video of this because it would be brutally insane. Doesn't he have a nice, shiny, brand new X-Maxx? That'll work. All right. Yeah, man. You've got me hooked on George Mitchell. Don't crawl, building a few different ones. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Crawlers are awesome. You can build those any way you want. You can build them all your own. You can completely mess them up, or you can completely make them awesome. It's all a learning experience. Adventures of Jack's RC Recycle and Repair. I believe that will be Charlie Marcotte. No, sir. Not yet. Taylor, you would have to spend a lot of time in the bathtub with that X-Maxx. So my sound is all off on you guys as well. Everything is off. I must have some kind of a latency thing going on. I know. Looks all right there. Let's see if I can. I have some about a few failed crawlers. Yep. Okay, so it's good for Joe, good for Steve, good for Octavio, good for Taylor. Tim is good, buddy. It must be on your end. California. Sound good. Okay, everything was good here. Alrighty. Matt Harris, what's up? All right, everything is okay. So I guess I don't need to try to redo all this. So I've got a video that I've got to release, and it's just basically me doing a stand-up routine. But I want to announce that I am attending the Scale Nats in Alabama, and I believe that was April 8th, 9th, and 10th, I believe it is. And I'm also making it to Beat the Creek, May 14th and 15th, I think. So I've got those two events that I'm going to be attending. So that should be a nice road trip. Get out of here a little bit. That should be a nice little announcement. Just planning to go cover the event. Get some video. If the signal's good, I'll do some live streams for you guys. So at those events, make sure you guys are ready to go. I know at USTE, there was a few really good live streams right there, man. And it was awesome. I gotta tell you guys, this week, keep an eye on Traxxas. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Well, leave it right there. But regardless, I'm gonna buy it. But anyway, that's a whole another topic for another day, future video and all that stuff. I can't say anymore because I don't know anymore. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to some of you guys' questions. I don't want to spill any beans I shouldn't be spilling. All right, Guy Spencer, what's up, man? Rob Dahl, I'm going to drive. I have family in Atlanta, so I have a mid place to stop between here and Kentucky, and I'm going to spend some time with the family in Atlanta as well on my trip up and all that. I don't know, Marcus. I don't know. If it is another crawler, I hope it's something new besides a TRX-4. Major Roads, more RAM videos. Yes, and I've done some mods to the RAM. As you guys know, I broke both of the servos. I was able to fix one of them. I took the servo apart. I was able to pull the pin out, and I was able to rotate that spline gear 180 degrees, put it back together. It's now in the DBXLE, so I'm ready to take that out for a drive. It's got more Vidavon on it and all kinds of stuff. So got that. I did not bring a drink. To drink some water, I guess. I guess it's good. But anyway, I fixed one of the servos, but the servos were actually different. Even though they had the same numbers on the case, they were different. So I've got Beast 1000s on there, and I know why people use the 2000s on that now. I also did some shock work to make it work a little bit. It was just so stiff on the dampening. When it would land, nothing would compress, you know? So, anyways, Marcus Andrew Hadia, how long will I be in Atlanta by Picra? For Beat the Creek, I'm planning to be in Atlanta. I'm going to spend the entire Friday there. And going to just spend some time with the family, just hang out. And then Saturday morning, getting up bright and early because I got another 6.5 hours drive to get to Kentucky. So it's a nice right in the middle spot, Inspector 71, where are you located? Middleburg, Florida. Lon Baden. Lon actually recorded the drive when I was with SV2 up there. So he was a camera guy for like the first 2 courses. Yeah. So you were my cameraman for a little bit. Will you be having another Sunday fun day this weekend? If the rain that's going on right now ends, I'll have enough time to prep the track, and yes, the Exoplex will be open again. Douglas Elliott. Finally got me an SCX-10-3 JLU. Okay. But a single stage foam, front, skid plates. That's a nice truck. Does yours click like mine did? I had to change a whole transmission. Not G10, just ordered me some Vidavon axles, and Shenzhen closes down. Shenzhen is closed? What happened there? I'm not up to date on that. Jimmy Arning, Canada. Not G10. Which axles did you order? I've got 10.3 straight, 10.3 portal, SEX6. I've got those all in stock. I've got Rift axle housings in stock. The email address that is pinned, that's my email address. Send me an email. I can't help you on your current order, though. On your shocks. Stiff springs versus soft springs on your shocks. When do you use them, if ever? It really depends on the vehicle, George. When you jump these vehicles, you put them 10, 15 feet in the air, they're going to bottom out. The chassis is going to hit the ground. If it doesn't, you have a lot more issues with shock towers and shocks and rod ends and all that. They're designed to bottom out. However, if you have a sagging issue and you can't adjust your current springs, you can put other springs on there, stiffer springs. You can also get springs that have a more progressive rate, as in, I guess it's just a progressive rate spring, and that can help out. It's all in the tuning of how you're wanting to drive your own vehicle. But yeah, I do change springs. My DBXLE's got stiffer springs. I've got a brand new set of 1.75 and 1.65 springs coming all the way from, I think maybe Norway. And I also got the 2-piece center drive shaft as well coming, all for my red X-Maxx right there. So I've got some mods on the way for that. Peaker, are you going to convert the Ram into 4-wheel steer? Yes, I am. And the thing is, the 4-wheel steer is going to be the cheap part. Because I got to buy, when I do that, I'll probably buy 4 Beast 2000s to go in there. So that's going to be an expensive conversion. Although I believe the conversion comes with servos, and I'll run those until they're dead. But yeah, 4 Beast 2000s. Woo! That's going to be, before long, the Raminator will be my most expensive truck. The water finally dropped on the back side of the course. There's some pretty good crawling today. All right, Robert. Good deal. Did the ground get soft, or were you still able to move around on that? Joe, you couldn't keep the new 2022 Traxxas 130 electric crawler. with 85 S10 body is secret. Dude, if they did that, I'd be shoveling my credit card numbers at them. Like, let's do this. Are Enduro shocks any good? I kind of think they're hit or miss. I have had some cheap shocks that were really good, and I have had some cheap shocks that I turn around and just toss them in the garbage can. It's kind of hit or miss sometimes. I think Enduro has a higher line of shocks than the $5 shocks, so maybe they're a little bit better quality. Have you been watching Hemi Storm's SCX6 glider build? No, sir, I have not. I have not had a chance to catch up with him in a long time. Douglas, no click so far. Good for you, buddy. Mine was clicking so bad, I got the Bauhaus RC 3-gear transmission adapter put in mine and put an element transmission in it. Got rid of that. In fact, I believe I sold the stock transmission for like 20 bucks at USTE. So, Spectre 71. You kind of got a point, but they do have some decent wheels, and I do use their wheels. I haven't broke them. LMT axles. Yeah, I actually have a complete set of LMT axle housings in there, complete with knuckles and servo and the servo mount. Also the steering link thing, I've got that as well. Guy Spencer, the Rebelcon. Yeah, buddy, guy, that Rebelcon is nice, especially once I got it to crawl. The I'm not sure where it is exactly, but yeah, once I put the Fusion in it, man, it just changed everything. It made it so much better. Let me see here. I had to run my springs in on my UDR to take the hard landings. Yeah, the springs can help it, hold up, but the dampening can slow down the landings, but they're going to bottom out. It's going to happen. Your best bet on that is to make it perform well on the whoops and all that stuff, because it's going to bottom out. And usually when you launch off of a jump, it's also bottomed out. So when that back end comes up, if you have that, it's because the mass of the back axle, plastic or Vidavon, actually carries the back of the truck up. So you kind of got to drive a UDR a little bit differently. If I was racing a UDR, I'd probably run a plastic axle housing on the back. Bluegrass, I got the Rift parts from you today. Vidavon training case arrived. Guess. Nice. Good deal, buddy. Been mudding, crawling up here in Wisconsin with my SX-10-3. Man, I don't know about the mud. I don't like getting that into my vehicles. I got one vehicle for the mud, and I just ordered a new rear axle housing for it. That's that Mega Bouncer. It's got a Techno Center diff in it. Nice, easy to clean up. There's no transmission. I do got to pull the portals apart and clean those, but I'd rather have a different axle. Oh my God. I said a Rift portals would go on good on that. No. I don't need that. No, I don't need that. I've got all the parts to do that. Nope, not happening. Not happening. Those parts are for sale. I'm not going into my stockpile and pulling parts out. Oh my God, I want to do it now. But anyway, we'll leave that alone. Golly, I want to do that now. But oh well. Man, that would be awesome. It would be like Thor, only with a metal cage on it and a bouncer. Oh my God, I've got to stop thinking. I'll be used all them parts. Anyway, let's get back to questions so I can get distracted, because man, that would be crazy awesome. Man, stereo headphones. Douglas, when I crawl, I can't listen to music. I gotta hear the vehicle. I also turn down my radio when I park, when I'm driving my real car too. Getting old sucks. Don't ever do it. I saw your Vidavon transmission and driveline. How do you feel it drives over stock? Driveline upgrade. I know you went over it in the video. Devin, which vehicle are you talking about? The SCX6? Clean my Jeep with a painting brush and a lot of soapy water. Do you oil it afterwards? Senshin Shuku Customs? The shocks on Thor, what do they come off of? It actually came off of a Rustler 4x4 that I had years ago. They were the GTR shocks. I took them off before I sold it because the shocks were pretty darn awesome. And eventually, Thor came around and they found a home. Any nitro burners? I don't have any nitro, but I'm about to get another gas vehicle, the Losi 5B. And I want to show you guys my goal for this real quick. 124 market. Major roads. I can tell you right now it's not a 124th coming from Traxxas. Oh, God. Y'all got me back on that again. I finally got my G-Speed rolling today. Oh, Devin for the UDR. The transmission worked out pretty good, but I don't really think it's necessary. Rear axle housing is kind of needed. At least the center diff part. You really want to get that, the nose of that, the metal knuckles, steering knuckles. Let me see what else I really recommend. The rear lower arms and upper links. Those are what I really recommend for the UDR. If you break the stock axle housing, obviously put the UDR on there. The aluminum one. Put a receiver in my Slayer and servos capable of 7.4. Can I switch my receiver battery to 2S? If everything is capable of 7.4, it means they're usually good to 8.6. This is Shade Tree. When I look at batteries and all that, thank you, Pikra. Thank you, buddy. When I look at batteries, I look at them like 4 volts per cell. Sure, they charge to 4.2, but usually under load, they're in the 4 volt range, maybe a little under. If you really load them, I have actually had the DBXLE loaded. I was using the 5,000 milliamp Turnigy batteries in it at this time. It was pulling those batteries down so hard. I had the RC6GS. I had the LiPo cut off the voltage thing because it has the telemetry in it. I had it set for 3S LiPo cutoff, LVC, and it was beeping at me. It was pulling those 4S's, 8S down to 6S LVC. It was pulling them that hard. So lots of amps in the DBXLE. I think that time when I melted off the XT90, it registered 593 amps. Okay, what's up? The packages came in the mail of SBR. Awesome, buddy. Thank you. Glad it showed up. Hey, buddy, who makes upgraded parts gears for the SCX6? I just got a message from a guy asking me who makes upgrade parts for SCX6 gears. What do you guys think I'm about the texting? There you go. Now, I'll pack you in the mail. Shade Tree, yeah, buddy. Thank you, man. Sounds good. Thanks. Almost got the entire Entergy catalog coming in orange. Wow. Okay. Awesome, Devin. Leo Conrad. Hey, Joe, when you turn the radio down to back up, it's because once you started your car with the radio up and scared the life out of you. Yeah, when I'm going through a parking lot, I turn my stuff down. I want to hear somebody screaming if I'm about to take them out, you know? Okay. Good build, Devin. Joe, you should also pin your store page. I have the Facebook page where I do... Sam just came in. I got the Facebook page and all that. I need to take an inventory of what I've got because I got a bunch of stuff in there and post them up, I guess. It's just kind of hard to keep up with that. But yeah, on the amp subject, what pulls more, XL2 with 800, XL2 with 1100? The 1100 pulls more amps than the 800 in my experience. So the 1100 is a lot hotter motor. I like the 1100 in my X-Maxx, but I'm thinking my orange X-Maxx is about to get a motor upgrade. I've been watching Jason Joth on Facebook. He put a 1720 kV TP in his X-Maxx. Got it sit down low and everything, so that's got me looking at some TP motors. but I'm thinking something about the 1600 kV range. I've got a 2200 kV TP motor, the 4.2 inch long can one, and that thing is stupid fast. I put it in the UDR years ago. The video is still up there, and I was driving with sand paddles. I put it on the water and did a wheelie so hard it was on the back skid. The back tires was off the water. Phenomenal. But usually 8S causes issues in trucks like that and the Mojave. Speaking of the Mojave, have you guys seen? Vidavon's got the new spider gears, ring and pinions. He's got the diff cups and all that. As soon as I get everything in, I'm going to tear into that fire team. Or my Mojave. I'm not sure yet. I think the Mojave needs it more than the fire team. For some reason, that fire team is holding up really good. Really good. Oh, I missed one here. Matt, yep, X-Maxx is back together. And Joe Eisenhart, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. X-Maxx is back together right there. I got that together before I went live today. I finally got my metal servo horn in. And I uploaded a video for members. I got to get that transferred over to member viewing. I did the Raw 500 in the orange X-Maxx. And I'm like, why did I not do this sooner? It was awesome. So real happy with how that turned out. Good day again from Western Australia. Hey, Steve. Thank you, buddy. Can I run I run 6 single LEDs on one line? Well, some LEDs do get pretty darn hot, so you kind of got to watch that a little bit. But if you do that, take your fingers and kind of pinch the main feed wires going to it and make sure they're not getting hot. If they're getting hot, then you need to do some more wiring on that. X-Maxx V2. It'll be an X-Maxx V3 later on this year. I about guarantee there's going to be a V3. It's got to be. Comes with a wide kit, new body paint designs. It'll come with the new sledgehammer tires. It'll probably obviously the updated hubs, because if you've noticed, Traxxas has been putting out all kinds of updates for the X-Maxx. The hubs, tires, what the heck else was it? Yeah, the wide kit, all that stuff. All of that's going to come together and make a whole new X-Maxx. I hope they put a bigger motor in it, at least something like a Hobbywing 1100, Wouldn't that be nice to actually get a legit big motor in that thing right out of the box? Okay. RC Daily, you still have the TP. You remember that TP motor? Really? Right now, it's actually in the UDR. It's been in there for quite a while. I don't hardly run it, but that's back together as well. I found an axle shaft and fixed that from where I broke the axle off of it. So hopefully I'll get the chance to run that this weekend. I got a big list of stuff. How much overall brass do you have in Ecto? By Mike Irwin. All I have are the SSD brass knuckles, and I have the, where's my Ecto? And I have the Samix SEX102 C-hubs. They did fit on there. I think I had to file the bolt hole a little bit, the slot or something, but yeah, they're on. They're on and working fine. RC Daily, G12 direct power. Put it in a crawler. Shiki's here. Hey, buddy. Bulkheads, diff gears, diff cups, ring and pinion, all 3 diffs are $400 for the Arma 6S and all Vidavon. Well, there you go. Shade tree, usually, at least for me, and I'm sure for most of you guys watching right now, the purchase price of the vehicle is the cheap part. That's what it is. Now, I've already got the bulkheads sitting in there. I've got the bulkheads for that. I believe I might have the diff cups, but I've got the ring and pinions on the way. I've got an order supposed to be shipped out this week. I should try it out for us. I'm going to as soon as I have everything. He's going to be building new. He's going to be building new out drives, hardened out drives, and offer that. But the pin is what I keep breaking. I broke the pin in a lot of mine. Oh boy, Scott has bumped it up to gold member. that was what I was thinking of Austin Powers when I did gold member, the channel memberships and all that. Man, no, it's still in the UDR, man. It's still in the UDR. I thought about trying to fit it in the X-Maxx to see what a 2200 kV on 8S would do in an X-Maxx, but that 5mm output shaft would probably break. That would be interesting, though. Yep, Shade Tree, it is. Guy spent, yeah, it's 200 UDR. Dumb fast. And the toe of shame. Did you guys see the video of me and Guy Spencer out there driving the UDRs and all that? I broke the wheel off. At the end of it, my UDR was on top of his, okay? And he was literally driving back. And the thing is, he's driving. My truck is on top. I'm still trying to steer. Man, Picra upgraded. Hey, buddy. Gold member. Heck yeah, man. Matt, all Vidavon and all M2C item on Creighton Ed S with all RPM thing on 12S. Well, when the Creighton that I've got, thank you, Picra, the Creighton that I've got was on 12S, and they actually busted the entire rear end out of this thing. I mean, like the ring and pinion, the diff, they destroyed everything in the back end of that. So those bulkheads are actually a very nice piece. They keep the ring and pinion together, just like on the DBXLE. If you have a DBXLE 2.0, you really need some metal bulkheads or the other brands. I forget the names of them, but you really need to get that because the pinion the pinion will deflect on that plastic case. It's probably fine for the gas motors, but the electric's got so much torque and everything right off the bat that it actually makes the pinion gear skip. That was an issue that I was having with mine. So, Burger, I don't have that. But yeah, that was the issue I was having mine, and the Vidavon bulkheads took care of that. So that took care of that, and I'm currently sold out of the bulkheads, actually. I broke 2 drive shafts. Yeah, and I've had several different drive shafts for my UDR. And believe it or not, I've got the stock ones back in it. Either balance issues. The Vidavon ones are unbreakable, but they had a balance issue to it. So I'm back to the stock ones. As long as you add a little bit of oil in that little CVD drive down there a little bit, that can help out quite a bit. And also, with the UDR, if you can turn the pinion up a little bit, you can take some of that angle off. That'll help a lot with the heat on the drive shaft. I see. Yeah, I don't even know how that motor would run. I mean, to look at what mounts I have. I got some WFO mounts. I believe it'll fit the Vidavon mount. I have to find a. I got mod 1.5, which isn't good for 5mm shafts, by the way. The gears where they work on that can fatigue that shaft and break it pretty quick. I don't know. It's in the UDR. How to use work phone YouTube. Hit the like button, guys. Oh yeah, like button. Yeah, where are we at here? We're at 45 likes. All right. If you did if I did all 3 with all of the Vidavon stuff in the Mojave, I think it would take 8S a lot better than what it does now. But the issue is going to be the outdrive pins, the ones that go into the side gears. That's going to be the issue. I've sheared off quite a few of those with the system that I've gotten. I had the 1650 system, and I took that back out, and I put a 2050 Arma motor back in it. So, yeah, it's those pins are going to be the issue. Those pins will be the issue. In all honesty, it needs basically, if you could put Traxxas Max diffs, make some bulkheads to fit the Traxxas Max diffs outdrives in there, I think you'd be a lot better off. That's a lot stronger, at least in my opinion. Thanks for the oil tip and the angle. Yes, sir. Just got 2 stock ones, 2 and G1. Going to run the stocks until they break. Yeah, add a little oil in there. Tilt that back end up. It takes angle off at the axle, especially at full droop and all that. On your fronts, as a matter of fact, I did break a CVD in mine, and it was because you know how the front drops way down. What I did was I put like a 5mm spacer, some fuel tubing in the front shocks to keep the drop from coming all the way down, and that helped alleviate the angle at full droop and then full turn and all that. So that really helped out the front CVDs in the UDR. Limited the travel a little bit, but it really helped out with that angle. What's in mine? 1650 Hobby Wing. Yeah, that's a great system. It really is, but I took that out, and what did I put that 1650 in? I have no idea why I put that 1650 in. Well, I actually had the Castle 1650. Oh, I know what I did with it. I put it in the SCX6 and blew it up. That's what I did. Yeah, I tore that rotor right apart on that thing. Someone let me hold $1, make a phone call. Brian, do you have any video on how to find your center of gravity and how to lower it? I do not have any videos on that. When you start talking about center of gravity and all of that, roll center, roll axis, and all of that, man, you get into some more seriously technical stuff. I just simply set things by eye. I like the lower links flat. The front obviously got a little bit of triangulation into it. The top, you need some triangulation out that way. I like it to sit. Let's see if I can find a straight edge here. All right, got a couple ink pens for you. Like the rear lower links, say they're like this. I like my rear links to be just about like that. I don't like that because that causes a lot of jacking. As in when that rear axle goes to turn up for the torque, it'll jack it down like that. Now, depending on what you're doing, you may want that to get a good hard launch. But in the rocks and climbing, I just found that it makes it hop a lot. So I like mine about kind of like that right there. But you can get into so much technical on that. I mean, it's not even funny. It's very technical as far as how this works and affects that. And it all has to work together. If your front suspension, it's going to sound weird, but if your front suspension and rear suspension just don't work together, like it's just something's up, you'll have a real poor performing truck, and you'll be like, why? It's all got to work together, everything, to have a really good high performance truck. Let me see here. Does I think he was any of that? That name. Watching 81 likes. I see 81 watching. I see 61 likes. I have an infraction, mega roller. When your brushes come out, so wants to send it to them, man. Well, all you got to do is hit a ramp, TJ Miller. I broke a diff cup on my 6S Fortec. Well, yeah, 6S Fortec. I'll dig into that for sure. Need to rebuild a rear shock anyway, okay? I still think you would like a 1/10 scale Baja ray. I don't know. I had the axial Baja, whatever it was. I sold it pretty quick. You could also use a hot racing CVDs on the front of the UDR. I've not had the hot racing CVDs, but some of the hot racing stuff is actually pretty good. That was Blake. Douglas, why am I more than happy with my 3S Rustler? Haas and Tenacity DB. Force and worse, thankfully unnecessary. 3S is good when you motor it up, man. You put 3S on like a 3800 or 3500 kV motor, they'll move really well. Plus, 3S is usually lighter than a 4S, so less breakage when you crash. Man, did you guys see that video posted on Facebook? The guy had his X-Maxx. He was racing a truck. He was like in snow or something and hit that bush or pole, and like 2 front tires come off to the side. That was awesome. That was awesome. That was an awesome video clip. My spec, my, okay. Shade tree. My Spectrum ESC died, so it was just cheap to buy the combo. I got you. Yep. Picra, Joe, didn't you balance and show the balance from front and rear? Yeah, but the balance of the front, the rear, and side to side is a bit different than the center of gravity or roll axis or roll center and all that stuff. That's kind of a different thing. I mean, you can balance anything, but getting it all to work correctly, that's a little bit different story. And most of the time when we're working on these trucks, just like with the real trucks, you're limited to what the chassis can give you anyway. So aftermarket chassis to the rescue. Robert, I did. In fact, that was I believe that was the Hobbywing 1650. Yeah, it was. That was in the Limitless when I had that. But man, it was good on 8S, man. Whew, thing was wild. Well, I've got quite a few other SCX 24s. Whoever definitely choose. It shows a lot of that, but more for cars, right? What's exploded? Yeah. Jamie Mirrell. What I wanted a crawler. Maybe I should convert a Rift 2-speed and rear steer. The Rift isn't. It can crawl because once you do a Rift with a 2-speed and rear steer, you'll have something kind of, well, it's not portal, but it'll be similar like Thor. Well, maybe not. But anyway, yeah, the Rift is okay for crawling, but you really kind of do need to do that 2-speed. And if you do the 2-speed, you're going to have to do the transmission mods that I did to mine. I got quite a few videos on that. So to make your 2-speed work correctly. Blitz, yes, SA, your Blitz SA. I remember one time Sean gave me a big old bucket of Blitz and SET parts, and man, I learned my lesson about HPI on those. Russell 3S. Oh yeah, Robert Dahl actually bought my old Rustler. So you broke an X01 drive shaft. Yeah, because I had the X01 drive shafts in there with the 17mm conversion and all that stuff. Yeah. I actually broke it a few times, but I was on 4S, and I think I may have had that TP motor in that thing. That TP motor's tore up a bunch of my vehicles. I found yes brass, no brass. I'm trying to figure out if I should widen my tires to lower the center. I don't really care for wideners because you end up with a lot of C-hub and knuckle, especially on portals. It just kind of pokes out there and you hang up on it. I would definitely do some brass portal covers or brass knuckles, whatever your vehicle is. That'll help you out. But also take off everything you can that's not needed above the axles. We're talking if there's a roll cage or a big scale items or a big heavy body, get that off of there and swap that out for something lighter, and you'll see a much better performance. Save yourself some money too. Brass isn't cheap, especially the good stuff. You got the hot racing and you like it better than the Vanquish? I like that Vanquish offset capper housing now. I do like that. Yep. Shelves are clockable on hot racing axle. What do you use to balance your crawlers? I use the corner weight system by Sky RC. That's what I use, and I typically use it when I build the crawler. If I'm doing major mods to it, I'll break it out. But once I get it built, I don't mess with a balancer anymore. I mean, once it's there. How is that UGRC Dirty South build coming? Right now it's on hold. I've got the suspension linked up. This is where it's at right here. I've got the brass knuckles and all. I'll show you guys what these knuckles are when I do the video. I do not recommend them. I had to cut all 4 bolts down to make them fit. Even the ones that came in the kit did not fit. I had to cut them down and make them work, but they're going to work. Now, I've got a set of old '06 shocks on the back and a set of capper shocks on the front. I've got the I've got a set of shocks ordered. Which ones did I order? I've ordered the Drivetrain shocks, the 90mm Drivetrains. So those are on the way for it. When I get those in, at that point, I can actually do a video and show you guys where I'm at, because I got to do some chassis bracing up here. I've still got a lot to do with it, but it's coming together. I just got a lot more to do it. And the small parts and pieces are just really dragging out my timeline on this thing a lot, because I started this before the USTE. Yeah, so it's been taking me quite a while. Different parts and pieces, piecing together the axles and all that. When I built my other trucks, you know, I bought the whole Capra kit. That gave me everything I needed. You know, nice, simple, easy builds. Piecing all this together, well, that's a whole different ball game there. So yeah, and the rear links, I'm going to do, it's going to sit, I'm assuming somewhere, well, this angled skid is a little bit different for me. I've never done one of those, but it should sit about like that, I'm thinking, somewhere around there. So I'm going to be trying to either make or find somebody that makes a high clearance link for the back of this. So got a little bit of work to do, but that's all part of it later on. All right, let me see where I'm at here. That was a question by, Mike is already gone. Oh, I saw the thumbnail where he had it in the water. Is that the video? I haven't actually been able to watch it though. All right, so we're just going to go back over through here. A lot of guys went brushed in their rifts. I won't do brushed in my rift. Just, no. To me, it doesn't have the gearing for a brushed, but maybe it works. I don't know, but I'm not even going to try it. Is overdrive on the front of my Gen 8 worth it, or will it hurt trailing? TJ Miller, if all you're going to do is be trail driving, you know, for distance and all that, don't overdrive it, because you're going to create drag in the drive line, because the front is going to be pulling the back the entire time. Your battery lifetime, your run time will be down. Heat could go up. I would leave it, you know, normal. I would not overdrive it if I'm doing a trail run like that. Oh yeah, put the Sling Kings on, or the Fling Kings on the Max. Yeah, them things were wild, but they wouldn't stay on the beads on that one. They stayed on the Corley just fine. What's going on? Successful Poseidon motor. Robert, I like the Poseidon motors. I really do. It's been a while since I've had one, but the ones that I do still have a Poseidon motor. It's in my old 8S sand dragster that I built, which is like 2 off-the chassis put together that I had to get parts from. So it's no longer operational. I do still have most of it though. So make it as light as absolutely possible, except for the axles and wheels. Pretty much, RC Daily. Pretty much. Yeah, Joe could build that car live now, and I'd still watch the video. I don't do live builds because it's hours and hours, and I might have enough parts for this part today, then I got to put it, you know, away so I can do something else. Live build videos, I just really don't want to do one of those. The Drivetrain shocks, I believe I got them from like drivetrain.com, I believe it was. And I ordered them, I guess, about a week or so ago. Let me see here. Because I did order them a while back. Let me see here. Posting on them. I'm trying to find my order now. See my Reese order. I have to find the order. But it's been about a week and a half since I ordered those. Hopefully they'll be coming in soon. It was right at $94 or something like that shipped. So, RC Daily. Well, I don't really know the length of these links. I don't know how long they're going to be when I finish this thing and call it good. So when I get the overall length of exactly what I'm after and what's going to work for me, at that point, I'll see if I can get somebody to, you know, make me a custom set of links that'll work for it. Okay, hardcore. Then I'll get with them when I figure exactly what I need for lengths and all that. Because right now I'm not sure that those length that I'm not going to adjust those around. Heck, by the end of it, I may even cut some of the chassis and shorten the chassis up. I'm not sure where I'm going with that right yet. Other than it should be pretty darn awesome. Oh man, so RC for all. Are you going to make it up here to BT? Oh yeah. I guess I need to say that again. Now we got everybody on here. I am going to Beat the Creek this year, and I'm also going to the Skill Nats in Alabama. So I've got those two coming up that I will be there for that. So yes, I will be at Beat the Creek, and I believe RC Car Action is supposed to be at Beat the Creek. I believe it is. So, and I'm also bringing the Raminator because of reasons. By the time Beat the Creek comes around, it may already be electric. I don't know yet. I have not ordered the new carb yet. I was actually chatted with Scale Rad about that, and he was recommending the 1107 or something like that. It has a choke on it, but I've not ordered a carburetor for it yet, and I haven't even taken the other one off yet. And I've already modified the shock so the suspension works better. It's got the Beast 1000 servos on the front. Them things are power hogs. That little 2000 milliamp 2S battery I've got on them, I need to do something. I need to power them a little bit differently. So I need to, I don't know, got to figure something out. Okay, so yeah, RC Daily, yeah, I'll definitely use them when the time comes. Cover photo times by Scott. Maybe, who knows? We'll have to see. Hey, Sean, what's up, buddy? Needing links for what I'm talking about is, and I'm not exactly sure what length I'm going to finalize with this. It's got to be close, but the UGRC build, I'm going to need bent links back here, the high clearance. But I got to get the truck running first so I can see where I'm at with it and what I got to do with it. So right now the links are fine for what I'm doing. Marcus on my GT, I'm using the hardcore links. 12.8. Oh, 12.8 wheelbase. Okay. Hey, Flapping Lips is here. What LCG chassis do you all recommend? GT, G-Speed. G-Speed seems to be the go-to right now. I don't have a G-Speed chassis, though. I've got the UGRC chassis, but G-Speed seems to be where it's at right now. Curtis D, hey, man. I've got the UGRC Dirty South chassis I'm working on. But anyways, should be pretty good. Anyway, got a lot of new guys on here. Keep your eyes peeled on Traxxas. Just want to let you guys know in case you missed it at the start of the live and all that. So anyways, I do have a tire test video coming up. I did the J Concepts Tusk right here. Awesome. So I got the Tusks. I put those on. Sorry, I got a text message. I put them on the Rebelcon versus the stock tires, and you guys can probably guess what got the win, right? Spoiler alert. Yeah, but it was actually eye-opening at the difference on these. very eye-opening of the difference. Scott, I don't think it's a SEX6. The brazen scales also look pretty good. Yeah, they sure do. The new Ninja. Man, I would have to go get like a second mortgage or open up a brand new credit card to buy all these chassis and then put everything in them to make them run. I'd love to have every single one of them. But man, so many new ones come out so fast, you know? 500 is a bit still. Ooh, $500 just for a chassis? Oh, that's links, transfers, motor mounts, chassis, dual servo. Okay, $500 doesn't sound that bad when you talk about it comes with the links, trans, motor mounts, all that stuff, you know, really. Because, heck, it's so easy to get to the 1,000 mark on a crawler, especially a high-end one. Super easy to get to that 1,000 mark. Bradley, I try not to build. I try not to build customer vehicles. I do it for a few guys local. Shipping is a major pain on that, but I try not to do it. And besides, if I did, my price would just be too high because of the time. I'm 5-6 days a week at work, then I come home and record or build and record and build. So time is kind of valuable. So I'd rather not mess with that. Unless you're just really rich. That's everything but the axles and electronics. Yeah, see, that's not too bad because I probably have that in this UGRC already. You know? I try not to add things up because usually when I do, it kind of, you know, is upsetting. Negative G chassis, look pretty nice. You got TRX 4 parts, 10-3 or Capra. Before Traxxas is doing a fifth scale TRX. I would love for Traxxas to do a fifth scale or a sixth scale or something to compete with the SEX6. I really would. It would probably come with portals, selectable diff locks, a nice 2-speed transmission. I have to assume it would be just awesome. Probably even come with X-Maxx shocks. V3, TRX 5, yeah. Understand. Why not? Marcus Laundry. I'm a general plant maintenance mechanic. Forklifts, pallet jacks, elevators, air handlers, all kinds of everything. Everything from putting a desk together for the office people to changing hydraulic pumps on forklifts. All kinds of stuff. I have a plus 21 in my tarp. What's up, guys? Just starting to say, CK Hobby Shop. Oh, yeah. CK, man, you got some beautiful builds, buddy. I mean, just phenomenal builds. If you guys haven't seen that CK Hobby Shop, you guys need to. Phenomenal stuff. Bringing any sale items to the BTC. Yes, sir, I am. Everything I have that is even remotely applicable to that event, I will have it. If I have it in stock, I'll bring everything. I got enough time for a couple more Vidavon orders too. So whatever I run low on, I'm planning to bring some Rift stuff, SCX6 stuff. I got some SCX B-Lock wheels in there. SCX6 B-Lock wheels. I got straight axles, portal axle for the SCX 10.3, SCX or TRX6 axle housings. I've got 2 sets of those actually. Let me see here. Alrighty. Yep, I got 2 sets of those actually. Yeah. Leo, I'd rather see Traxxas do like a 1/5, something like a Rift. a 1/6 scale Rift something, you know, that would be phenomenal. And if Axial was to take the SCX6 driveline and put it in a big Rift, there goes another, what, $1,200–$1,400 for that? Because I would have it. Absolutely. That would be awesome. Or take those SCX6 axle housings and make a nice big monster truck. Man, I spent almost $35,000 last year on this RC hobby. Probably going to do that again this year. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, buddy. We cool structure 150 vendor. Best greets from Australia, Ostrich. Andreas Kaiser. Hey, buddy. HPI Wigan Trophy Flux Roller. Well, it is a HPI by Craig. George Mitchell. So what specifically makes a build class 1, 2, and 3? As far as I'm concerned, George, tire size, bumper width, and body are the biggest things that makes a 1, 2, or 3. In our class 3s, we actually allow 4-wheel steering and dig. In our class 2s, we allow dig. And the reason we allow dig is the first year that SCX6 or SCX 10.3 came out and all that, it had to dig. So we didn't allow it in class 2. But now that it's kind of more popular and more people had time to get into it, we allow dig in class 2 Sport, class 2 Pro, and then of course, you know, 3. Class 1, no dig. Don't make them. Need to take some C-hubs or Vanquish Capra axles. Not that I know of. Marcus, I tell you, it happened to me on a lot of everything. The purchase of the RTR is the cheap part. That's kind of what it was. Scott, wow, you spent more than me? Holy cow, dude. 38,000. I figure I was right about 35 last year. I'm not sure what I'll be at this year. And the thing is, I don't keep track of that throughout the year until at the end of the year when I got to get all my deductions and all for taxes. Yeah. Hopefully I don't have to pay this year. That's the hard part to deal with. I have just over 800 just in the axles. Oh, man. This is not a cheap hobby. I still compete with can't compete. Man, Scott, I think I'm at 53 or 54 vehicles, and all of them are modified. Even the Walmart trucks are modified, you know? You need to do a low budget build, lawn bed. I am going to do that. And I've actually got the truck, I think. I got it from Steady Spin. You guys need to check him out. He has a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to do a low budget 2-wheel drive Stampede. I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm going to order the cheapest brushless system they have. I'm going to order a 20 kg servo. I'm going to order a cheap radio for it. And I'm going to build a cheap basher truck that you can loan out to the kids and they can beat on it and hopefully it won't break anything. So probably going to get a few of the necessary RPM parts like the knuckles and stuff like that. But I want to try to keep that cheap as best I can. So that lawn I'm going to try. I mean, we had the Red Cat Gen 7s years ago. Those were cheap, $200 and boom, you're ready to go. I think they still make them, don't they? Yeah, I tell you, as far as the prices of this stuff goes, some of the prices of these things really price a lot of people out. You know, luckily for me, I've got the channel, which I can kind of justify some of these insane expenditures that I've been doing. You know, so that helps a lot. But, you know, just buying stuff outright, man. Whew. Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever make a video with the fire team and the Power Hobby? I did not. I actually had the Power Hobby tires on that thing ready to go, but I did not have time to get there before USTE. And since I've got back, it's just been one thing after another. This, that. It's just crazy. But yeah, I do still. In fact, I believe that's them right there. I believe those are the tires. Yeah, those are them. But yeah, they were on it, charged up, ready to go, and I did not have a chance to take it out because I wanted to take it out to that sand lot area. I didn't want to just take it back here. I want to take it to the sand lot so I could really let it go. Let me see. Superlight is pretty cheap built. The Superlight comes in at about $500. And it's cheaper to go lighter. That's a fact. I mean, the carbon chassis I use is from Amazon. It's only $16. So even that was cheap for me. I've thought about a mini lathe, and I've thought about a little CNC as well. I really have thought about those things. Christopher Pentland, same thing here, buddy. I thought it would be cheaper than my full-size truck, which I got out of, parted that out and all that, which bought a lot of stuff to start. Plus it bought some melons, but we're not going to get into melons tonight. But yeah, it's one of those things. Well, Andreas, the thing is, daily videos aren't really that hard for me. Believe it or not. It's not hard to make a daily video. I think I've got 4 or 5 videos sitting in the members area right now. 2 of them got to come up tonight, though. When I get off of here, I'll set them up for there. So daily videos really aren't that big of a deal, believe it or not. I mean, I record with an iPhone. I edit with an iPhone. So while I'm at work on break time, I edit there too. So it's not that big of a deal really for daily videos for me. When I start trying to do 2 and 3 videos a day, that's when it becomes a bit of a challenge. Let me see here. You don't have to make it. All right, let me see. Armor Granite 2-wheel drive. I haven't had a 2-wheel drive Armor Granite. That's where Affirmed and Acima. Oh, yeah. You do those buy now, pay laters, that will get you. That will get you. Superlight SV2 does not have portals. Superlight SV2 is a SCX 10.2 raw builder's kit on a carbon chassis. Let me show you guys this thing while we're here. Proline cliffhanger body. So I got the battery sitting in there. But there you go. It's nothing but a 10.2 raw builder's kit. The front axle does not have all the bolt-on C-hubs or any of that stuff. Simple, easy. Carbon wheels from Punk's Custom 3D. The front bumper is also Punk's Custom 3D right here. These shocks are the stock plastic shocks. I haven't had a need to change them. $16, $14, $15 carbon chassis from Amazon or eBay. When I put videos of this up, I generally put links down in the description. This one has a 3-gear SMT transmission in it, and I swapped out the bottom gear, the metal bottom gear, for a plastic gear. Yes, swapped it out for a plastic gear, and it has a legit Vanquish dig on it. It has a Crawlmaster Mini ESC. It has a BEC on it because there's no BEC in that ESC. The steering servo is a Reese 444 Smart Winch that, using his programmer, you convert it into steering servo. And the reason I did that is because it's kind of small, lightweight. Plastic drive shafts. The lower links and the rear upper links are the Delrin. When I built this, I weighed those in and they were like 0.4 grams lighter or something. It's just the stock aluminum links are fine. You know, really. The tires, Proline Crawler with the Predators. With you have Predator crawlers with the Three Brothers RC single stage anti-foams. And that is pretty much it. Simple, easy build. I think I may even have 1,000 in this one. Heck, I don't know. I'll put it on the stands later. All right. Arma Granite Voltage is only $89? Seriously? Arma Granite Voltage is $89. Matt Langford. Hold on. If that's $89, I'm probably going to order that thing like soon, tonight. Arma Granite Voltage. Two-wheel drive. Let me see here. Arma. I want A main. Hobbies. Voltage. Okay. That is, let me see here. That is, all I see are parts on A main right now. So I got to check on that a little bit. But heck, that is super cheap. $90? I'm assuming it's a 3S truck. Same set, Johnny Q. I will pay for itself in 2 years. I haven't seen his setup, but if I'm successful in being able to retire from my day job and I start doing this full time, if I get a lathe, if I get a CNC mill, you guys can expect to see some Exocaged brand parts. I will step it up. I will make some stuff. So, not sure if that would be interesting for anybody, but yeah, if I have equipment like that and I've got the time, yeah, I'll be building stuff. And I'll have my own little parts list and all that stuff going. But anyway, that's a whole another thing there. How do you use WD-40 after you clean your truck? Spray it on. I generally spray it all over the metal. All over the metal, and then I hit it with the air hose and all that. And then I let the truck sit outside for about an hour or two. Yep, I've got a 3D printer, George. Was it worth it to create a make a YouTube channel? I've been thinking about it. Buddy, if you're going to make a YouTube channel, you have got to dedicate everything. You have got to dedicate it, man. If you're going to make that channel go, you have got to. You're either going to be one of those guys that comes out and also, boom, the world loves you. You go viral and you make it big right away. Or you're like me, years and years and years and years and 1,700 videos later, you haven't even hit 50K subs yet. So it's one or the other. Is it worth it? Now, absolutely. But man, I tell you, when I was doing this, and I started making 50 cents a day, my mindset was like, I just paid for a soda. I just paid for a drink with that 50 cents. So that was my mindset. If you go into it with a mindset, oh, if I don't make 20 bucks a day or 50 bucks a day, it's not worth it, don't even try. Especially in this world, the RC world. Two-wheel drive Arma Granite is about 120. Okay. So, because I'm thinking like a two-wheel drive Stampede. Something to do some wheelies for the kids. So you're telling me to sell my Jeep and put that money into RCs? I kind of did that, Mr. 1998 Jeep Cherokee. Kind of did that. Do you think Traxxas will follow? Where are we at here? I am way behind on these questions here. John Garden will follow, actually make a 1/6 scale TRX. I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. Craig, nope, don't have a carb yet for it. 1800 kV and SV2. Yeah, I believe that what was in there, wasn't it? I believe it was 1800. I've got quite a few revolvers. Got a few in the bin too. Just kind of sitting there waiting for who knows what. Yeah, I got the Ender 3 that I had from a couple years ago. Still prints good though. Have you gotten SCX, Scott? Yes, I've already put up a couple videos of the SCX6 anti-foams. I sure have. Randall, let's see, any houses for rent near you for around 1,200? Probably, but I wouldn't know. I have not looked for a home in many years. Christmas, okay. I know they had the ARMA sale going on and all that. I saw Holmes got a new mail. Yeah, I do. Yeah, it will have a little BEC in it. I believe it's 2 or 3 amps. So it can pretty much take care of your receiver, dig servo, or a really efficient steering servo in a lightweight vehicle. So it should be able to take care of that. It's 120 on site. Yep, I already mentioned the no portals. AJ Burris, Ecto 375 after $25. The Ecto is phenomenal. I really like the Ecto. Heck yeah, parts. Where is the sign-up sheet? Scott, I got to get away from my real job, so I have time to even invest in that. So content and so parts. Yeah, John, if I can do it, it'll be probably parts making for my own vehicles, so I can test everything and all that, and then I'll just make them available, you know. As long as it's not something stupid crazy, you know, something I can make a jig like for high clearance links. You know, you're going to want to put the threads and all that stuff on there. And then I'll make like a little jig to give it a little bit of crank, which I've got a big arbor press, so that wouldn't be too big of a deal to make. I can make those. I even thought about bending these capper links, but I believe that metal will just break. I don't believe it's a bendable metal. I don't think, but it might be. Giant Traxxas crawler, they could call it a TRX Max. That's an interesting name, Enix. A very interesting name, Max. TRX Max. TRX Max. I mean, I've done crawling with my X-Maxx before. It wasn't very good, but it crawled. A quarter scale rock lizard out of 1/4 inch aluminum tube. Oh, depending on how much power you need, you got to look at the Reefs or maybe the Power Hobbies. The Reefs servos, I'm telling you guys from personal experience with those, when he orders these servos and has them made, he checks off everything premium on those servos. That's why they're stupid expensive. These other cheaper servos, they don't click the top-notch parts on everything. That I have found out. Wife to moving down there and looking around Jackson. Oh man, you really are coming down here, aren't you? Well, I'm on the west side, way out. I'm beyond the west side, put it that way. Brian from Connecticut. Hey, buddy. John, I'll be honest with you. I would love to have my own truck. I would love to have my own crawler. And I even looked into that, you know, trying to work a deal with Axial to get the parts and driveline that I needed. And then a chassis and all that to make it to where I could supply the kit. Most, like a competition level truck, you know, people don't really want to start with the RTR. They want to start with the chassis and then bolt on things that they want. So there's hundreds of chassis out there. Maybe not hundreds, but there's a lot of different chassis out there. Have you tried the planetary Vidavon gear and shim set in the Rift? Are you talking about the portals? This is from Jeff Torkin. There are no planetary gear and... Or are you talking about the differential gear set, the spider gears? If you're talking about that, then yeah, I've got those in the front. I've got everything else spooled up though. John, some metal doesn't like to bend, buddy. Depends on the material it's made of, and I'm not exactly sure of the Capra metal links. But if it's a decent steel, it'll bend. But man, I've had some metal, like pot metal, some junk stuff that you thought was good. You go to try to put a little bit of bend and it just starts cracking. And yeah, some metals are a lot better than other metals, buddy, especially being malleable to be able to bend like that. Oh, chainsaws here. Moto Cano, funny for TRX 8, 1/8 scale, 8 wheels, 3 turning axles. Man. Dude, I would like to have a big 8x8. Wouldn't it be like an 8x8x8? Like all tires turn and everything, but that would be interesting. That would be interesting. Scott Dibben. Yeah, Reese, top of the line stuff. RCMM. Not sure who that is exactly. Brian. Question: who makes the Thor truck that I have? I did. It has Rift portals, 4-wheel steering. It has an Amazon $60 transmission. It has a chassis from Spare Time Hobbies. So that was me. There is not another one on the planet that I know of. Partly because there's at least $2,000 in parts just sitting there. I'm in the back. Cast. Yeah, cast. Yeah, cast is good, but yeah, don't let it bend. It'll flex a little bit, but it don't let it bend. I never bought into the expensive servos until I finally bought my first reason. Yeah, 1990. I was the same way. I was to the point where if a servo costs more than $50, that's for somebody else. Baloney. Don't want any of that. Yeah, look at me now. There's a difference. Yeah, the Vidavon diff gears. Yeah, I've got those. I think I've got a set or two of those in stock, actually. And those are in the front of my Rift. Randall, don't move. Florida has the highest HOA and CD. Well, stay away from the HOAs. Believe me, if I was in the HOA, I would not be able to do what I do. Yeah, avoid the HOAs. All these pretty little communities and all that, don't do it. Especially if you want to get out and have fun. Or call them up and get permission to, I want to change my front door. Really, why do I need their permission? If I want a new front door, I'll put a new front door in. Bad enough, I got to live by the government. SCX-N3 Gladiator. Nice, Brian. With a Quiddy Tech printer, you can do nylon, carbon, Air Force Recipe. Pop metal falls under my cast iron description. Yeah, pop metal is junk. Man, I saw, somebody posted something about he broke his capper axles and he bought those cheap ones off of Amazon, like the cast aluminum pop metal. Yeah, it broke the C-hub off, just like as if it was a plastic one. Yeah, I have access to heat. I can definitely heat it. My luck, I'll probably try to stick my tongue on it and cool it off. And then I'll be up here trying to talk like this, like this, trying to put a video together, and that won't work very well. Thought we were going to St. Petersburg, but we're staying in Orlando. The Exoplex is about maybe 2 to 2.5 hours north of Orlando. But I'm trying to open the Exoplex every Sunday. Trying to get that open every Sunday. Depending on weather and work and all that stuff like that. Oh, okay. I got you. RC Master. I got you. Guess you're right there because nobody knows me. I'm learning. I gotta say that Thor truck is really cool looking. Thank you. Want me to bring it over? It's right there. I could bring it over and show you guys real quick. 0 stadium tanks and lots less. These old flapping lips. We also have Ron DeSantis, which is phenomenal. Love that guy. Let's see if I can get Thor down here. I got body clips on this one for some reason. Oh, You got your first crawler because of my videos? All right. Yeah, I got some sand on it. Wait, J Concepts tucked F250 body. And this is Thor. Spare Time Hobbies chassis. Got the cheap Amazon transmission, which is working fine. I've got a cheap Reedy servo for the dig unit on it. It's got rift rear links, front and back. So there we are. Rift axle housings. Got the mirror rear steer right here. Got the portals on it with the brass. It's got stock rift drive shafts. So got those on there. Here are those GTR shocks. These are actually the rear shocks off the Traxxas Rustler, and the front shocks are on the back. That just kind of worked out really good for this right here. I did cut the chassis off in the front. It came out to right about here, and also cut the back of it off as well. So the chassis has been shortened, but this is pretty much the 3-gear setup for the Optimus bundle you get at Spare Time Hobbies. So that is pretty much it, guys. These look like Amazon special wheels, probably in Jora. I'm not sure, but they fit well. They run good. I've got Holmes BLS SHV 800 servos, front and back. Crawlmaster Mini ESC with a 2200 kV. If I can get that to pull up, you guys probably won't be able to see it. But 2200 kV, yep, motor, and the thing runs great. Really runs good. So I'm gonna put it back up without the body clips this time. Oh, let me get back up here. All right, let's see. How did I get Thor so wide? Well, there's a rift axles and it's got the portals, which makes them even wider. It is really wide. Chainsaw, was it you that posted up about the capper axle housing? I think because I saw a guy broke the bottom of it, broke the C-hub right off like I break the plastic ones. Brian, where's the Danchy at? That's in the other room. That is in the other room. Yeah, I've got the dining room. I've got some of the computer area, some on the fireplace area, all of these behind me, about 3 or 4 of them out in my shed. Too many. And I've got the Traxxas tracks. I've got Losi 5B. I'm going to get that and whatever I see from Traxxas. So I got another 3 of them coming. That could be oh my God, it could be another $3,000 this month. Jeez, I spend way too much money. Way too much money. Jeez. The J Concepts tires are Thor or Proline. Actually, the Proline trenchers actually outperformed the J Concepts tires. So I mean, it still has a J Concepts on it because I haven't driven it, and I took it to USTE, and they're nice, meaty looking tires. They look good. Yeah, John, you're right. I've been so there for 5 years. Man, you could be one of my oldest subscribers, John. And the fact that you remember all these things is pretty darn amazing. That wasn't me. Okay, Mega. Oh, okay. Well, see, speaking of Mega Truck, I mean, they mentioned earlier, and apparently it's still on my head. You know, I've got that TRX4, the TRX4 axles in the Mega Bouncer, as I call it, with the metal chassis. Well, I have to run the big wideners on it because of the TRX4 housings are so narrow. And then somebody mentioned something about I should do like that, only something that can move. And oh man, that would be awesome though. I'm gonna test fit those things. I know you can fit rift housings in the SMT. Now, I think you got to put a little bit of shims on there, spacers for the different rod ends and all that, but they'll fit a SMT. So, but man, I don't need to do anything else. Jeez. Golly, that would be awesome though. Man, you guys give me bad ideas. But anyway, Randall Hussey, TRX 4 parts. I've got TRX 4 link sets. I think I've got 2 of those in stock. And then the TRX 6 axle housings. Those are what I have in stock right now. Randall, if you want to get with me about them, exocagedrac@yahoo.com. It's in the pinned post. That's my email address. How much are those rift axles with portals? Well, the axle housings are like $180 a piece. I mean, granted, I can work some deals on it, especially with the larger orders. So, but I'm looking through my price list here. Yeah. So, but the housings, the rear steer, yeah, all the housing of that. The portal kit front and rear is $250 with the brass. I don't believe that's the 4-wheel steer version. I believe that's another $35 or so. But anyway, yeah, not cheap. You're gonna put a mini. I tried to build a mini Thor 24 cliffhanger body instead of a Ford body. Cliffhanger bodies are good. It's like a Toyota body, isn't it? I think so. I get the ones I really want. Currently, yeah, the Team Garage Hack. I don't know, the one guys, they make the really nice ones, and the Vanquish ones are too. Dan, I wanted the CC02 until I saw it. I mean, I was all about getting that thing, man. I wanted it. Then I saw it, and I'm like, oh, geez. I just did not get it. But the G12 is now G12 and the G12. On my spare time, nice. I think you are, Sean. And there's since the red, white Bronco. Oh, man. So 98, you were here when I had the red and white Bronco. I actually put a 7700 kV castle system in that thing, and I tried to crawl with it. Although it did crawl, when you would throttle that thing, the motor wires would jump because of the amperage. And that's back when the Castle Mamba Max Pros were the top dog. You know, that's way before the Monster X or Mamba X or any of that stuff came around. Your next mega truck will be ripped. See, I really want to. See, I've got to have a portal because in the mega bouncer, it's got a techno center diff, so it doesn't really have a lot of reduction in the thing. Man, you guys really got my brain working. I'm gonna go be spending some more money. Marcus, yeah, the Rift axles will go on. They've got the lower gear ratios now, I think, for the ring and pinion, the underdrive. I believe they got the 4313. I believe Vanquish has those for them now. The Rift axles opposed to SSDs. Run those on just another truck, yeah. I don't have military discounts, but I can work with you. But I want to keep the Rift axles for a cage or rock bounceable. Yeah. Lots of cages coming out for the Rift drive lines now. So that was good. Oh man, yeah, that servo video. I had like 6 or 7 servos that I just had sitting around. I put them all on that tester. Man, that was that video still gets views too. But I think those servos are all outdated now. The Bronco did 45. Yeah, I did. And I crashed it into that ditch because I was in the school parking lot with the thing, and my wife was actually recording me. I hadn't really developed my one-handed skills yet. Not for speed. I'm good now though. You could use a front TRX 6 axle and the rear axle for a TRX 4. No, sir, you can't, because the TRX 6, the front and the center axles have the normal rotation of a TRX 4. The rear axle is reverse rotation, so you can't. That won't work. However, you could put the center axle in it, and you might be able to put a regular diff cover on the back of it and take care of the rear output. That would work. I haven't tried it, but I have to assume that would work. You put a regular diff cover on there. I could use a front TRX6 housing. Yeah, I looked at that one. Yeah, Death Metal Garage makes some pretty nice looking rigs. Don't have one. Yeah, that one guy, he come on in all the groups and making chassis and this and that. He contacted me, said, let me make a chassis for your Rift. Let me make a chassis for you. I'm like, well, okay. And then he got banned from all the groups, and I think he's trying to get back in them now. So that didn't work out so well. Yep. Speaking of counter-rotating transmissions, I was looking at the Raminator. The drive shafts don't spin the same. They actually spin correctly. They spin opposite the way that transmission is set up. But you can flip the ring gears and make that, but you can't flip a ring gear in a TRX4 or TRX6. In the older AR60s and stuff like that for the Wraiths, the old no, I don't believe you can do it for the old SCX10 axles, the old dump truck axle. I don't believe you can rotate them either. Yeah, I'm good on one-handed now. Have you used mudslingers yet? Man, I have never had a bogger for RC. I had boggers for my real truck back when I had that, but I've never had boggers for my RCs. I don't know why. I've just never done it. But I would like to try them one day. Maybe I'll get a set. I got so many tires. Okay, so now if the SSD portals can have the ring gear flipped, that's actually pretty good. Good feature, because you can change the torque twist. You want it to, if you're driving and the driver's side picks up, that's proper. If you're driving and the passenger side picks up, that's wrong. I remember when you put big castle system in a Gen 7. Yeah, I put the heck, I've done a lot to that poor truck. Sunk it in the water so many times. I actually tested the brand new Hobbywing Axe 2300 in that. I went right out to this place we call Pickettville. Went right into the water with it. And believe it or not, I had to buy a full bearing set after that drive. Yeah. The video made $4 or $5, I think it was, and the bearing set was about $20. Now, boggers are overrated. Well, I'm in the dirt. I'm in the sticky dirt. A little bit of mud. They may actually work good for me. So, maybe. The Diamond Pumpkin Joe, not the portals. Okay. Gotcha. What is a good servo to put in a capper? By Dan. I've done the raw 500s. I've done the 444s. My capper still has a 444 in it, but if you're going to do a 444, you got to be careful of the gears. They don't really like to take a lot of abuse like that. They will pop on you. The raw 500 is awesome. There's a Shifts RC's got some really good ones. Holmes has got some new. I got some new servos out. So basically, if you spend over 100, you should have a good servo no matter what brand you go with. Boggers, you're gonna rocks for me. See, I have to try them. I mean, it's still raining out there. Hey, Dylan, what's up, buddy? Mudsling. Now the Mudslingers, that's the RC 4-wheel drive tire, correct? Is that the same SS2 or SS2 compound that RC 4-wheel drive has? Now, J Popsty. One day I'm going to get a pro modeler. I'm going to do that. I've been meaning to. It's just never really been in my cart on Haymain. But I'm going to get a pro modeler one day. That's what I thought they were. Would the Fling King tires fit the Techno? Yeah, they'll go on the Techno. X4, that's what it was. I knew it was. Alrighty. All right, let me see here. Okay, so I've caught up to all your comments. Holy crap, and it's also 8:41. Wow, time has flown by tonight, guys. You guys have kept me busy. What the heck? You guys have kept me busy tonight. I'm not going to mention NSDRC, but do not buy the Spectrum servos. I got a buddy, he bought the $160 Spectrum servo for his Typhon, and he says it's phenomenal. But it's not on a Rift. It's got servo saver and all that stuff. Pops are based out of Florida. Pro Modeler is based out of Florida? Might need to give them a call. See what they have that would survive. Oh, I've got, speaking of that, I've got the Reese 1100 servo. I've got a Reese 900 servo. I'm not sure what's going to go in the Dirty South. Probably the 1100. I might put the 1100 in that. And then I'll put the 900 in something else. Oh, the 900 is probably going to go in the Traxxas TRX4 Trax, which will probably flex everything on that, which means I might end up having to order a Vidavon axle housing. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. It'll end up being another $1,000+ truck. Yeah, just like everything. The D1C Super Grips. Oh, the D1C Super Grips. That's the ones with like the cut tires. I've got a set on I've got a set of those on my Rift right now, and they're probably going to be on it when I go up to Beat the Creek as well. Actually, really good tires, D1C, D1RC, really good tires actually. I think the military could take a normal diff cover, right? So if that'll work, then at that point you could actually convert that and make that go. Then just take the other rearmost axle housing and save it in case you ever get a TRX6. Pro Modelers. Yeah, I did not know Pro Modeler was based in Florida. I know J Concepts is here. Yeah, because Pro Modeler also has a servo setup with the adapter and all that that'll go right into an X-Maxx. So, and I recently put a raw 500 in my orange X-Maxx, and I really like that. So I want to do something with the big red X-Maxx up there. Maybe Pro Modeler is the way to go on that one. You know, just have the drop-in deal and go with it, you know. But I am wanting to buy a TP motor for my orange X-Maxx. I want to buy a TP motor for that, like a 1600 8S capable motor, and get it dropped down. So I kind of want to go with that. And that's about $200 for that motor. I think the servo is around 200 or so for that thing. Dang, Sanford's 2.5 to 3 hours from me. Heck, I could even go down there. I'd like to meet some guys down there. Maybe they'll be at the Skill Nats. I'll be able to chat with them there. That would be awesome. Because I would like to. I do want something to go into my red X-Maxx. The weak link, the connectors get extremely hot. The interchangeable servo wires. That's on the Pro Modeler, Marcus. Dylan K. Recommended servo for the DBX LE 2.0. Buddy, for the 2.0, I like the Beast 1000 by Reefs. I really did. And the reason is the Beast 2000, although it's a lot stronger, it requires a very specific power-up routine, as where the Beast 1000 is just simply plug and play. The Beast 2000 has a direct power. It's only 4S capable. And if you get a direct power servo in one of these dual battery setups, make sure you power that servo from the battery feeding the negative side of the ESC. If you plug it into the battery feeding the positive side of the ESC, you're going to have a smoke show, and at the very least, you'll blow the receiver up, just like what happened to me. So, lesson learned. Direct power servos on the dual battery setup, make sure you connect it to the negative side of the ESC battery. Okay, whether you plug it into the balance plug or if you put a JST on there. So make sure you do that. If not, you might lose some parts. Just a bit of safety on that. Beast 2000. Sanford, not the first I've talked to. Pretty high regards. Well, total. Great time tonight, but I got to go. Brian Young. Awesome, buddy. Glad to have you, man. See those members' videos tomorrow. They're going to be up after this, after we end this, in about 14 minutes or so. I'll go to the computer and set those up for members. I got 2 of them. Let me see which ones they are here, because I can look at them like this. I've got, I've got a fail video for you guys too. It's me messing up. Yeah, I've got the Raw 500 in the X-Maxx that comes up, and the Reefs 1100 in the back of Mjolnir. So those 2 will be put up for you guys this evening. Yeah, you're gonna say it. Yeah, I've been to Sanford. Time tonight, Spectrum. Well, you're saying you spent 38 on that one. John, I did not spend 38K. It was only around maybe 34 or 35. Wow. Yeah. But I got to have deductions, and thank goodness this channel is doing good. The channel, the affiliates, if it wasn't for that, there is absolutely no possible way I would ever be able to show you guys what I show you. So that's all because of the channel and the affiliates. The A-Main affiliate, that's the best one. I got the Horizon affiliate is actually really good as well. They switched over to the same place that A-Main is on, so it's real easy to get links from them. So but before it was kind of a pain in the butt, but anyway. Muffin Plays. What are a good beadlock for a T-Rex 4? Man, I've used a whole bunch of them. I've actually got, I think 4 sets of the Vidavon 1.9s. Where are they at? I've got 4 sets of these in stock. Right here. And I guess I need to test fit them, but I do believe they'll fit the T-Rex 4 portal housing. I do believe they'll figure that out. Let me see here. I very rarely work while I'm on here, but we can find out real quick if you guys want. Let's find out. Because I'm kind of curious about that one myself, and this is a nice, easy one to test since I happen to have the 2021 Bronco sitting right here. Let's see if they clear. Are those rims aluminum? Yes, they are aluminum. If I can get this off of here. This has got the Proline wheels on here. I think it's stuck on that wheel hex. Hope it's not broken. There we go. Okay, so here it is, and I've got the, oh, my servo is loose. Apparently I was working on this thing. Clears with a lot of room to spare. That clears super easy. I know when the portals first came out, man, it was hard to find a wheel that would fit these things, but that fits super easy. That fits really good, actually. Really impressive. That's the back of the Proline. There's actually plastic on the back right there, but it's metal on the front face, and all that is all metal. So yeah, now I know that they absolutely do fit the TRX4 portals. That's a good thing. I've been wanting to find that out anyway, and you guys got me on it. So yeah, I've got 4 sets of these in stock. All right, get this right here back up. All right, see. Thanks for the video. James Gilliam, thank you, buddy. Channel member. Awesome. Be cool to do an 8x8 Tata build. I got quit drinking so I can spend more on crawlers. So yeah, muffin plays. These right here fit pretty well. If you're interested in them, they're $110 shipped, and you can, that's for 4. And this does have the Proline tires on it, the Predators, so they do fit. But anyways, yeah, my email is up there. Build TF2 for comp, build a TF2. I had a TF2 Marlin Crawler. I tried to build it, but I just could not get into that build. I tried to get into it, but I just couldn't. Many times. I'm not married, my kids. I only know I'm gonna spend $38K. It's a lot of money, Scott. Okay, look, JMH came in right here towards the very end here. Oh, the Spectrum having the interchangeable connector wires. Okay, Marcus, thank you for clearing that up. Brian, yep, I already answered that one. They are aluminum. You've been mentioning expensive servos for the X-Maxx. Is there a good, cheaper servo for it? Well, the stock servo, you can get the 2085X, I believe it is, but that's a $100 upgrade with the metal gears. I believe you can get just the metal gears and put them into the stock servo with the plastic gears. But you might be able to do the adapter and the 35 kg Amazon servo, but get a Traxxas UDR servo horn. That's what I used in mine. Worked perfectly. Worked really good. Remote controlled overkill. Hey, buddy. How big are the Proline Black Mambas in inches? I want to say they're around 6. Let's see what they look on the SCX 10.3 Gladiator. Well, I don't have a SCX 10.3 Gladiator. So just pretty much silver with a black bead lock ring. What time is it where you're at? Greetings from Germany. Buddy, it is 8:54 here p.m. and raining outside. Oh, JMH already got it there. JX servos. I've messed with a few JX servos here recently, but I don't think they were the good ones. Through divorce, but life happens. Yeah, divorce. I've been through 2 of those. Brian said, how much are they? I believe I mentioned it. $110 shipped for all 4. 2 and 3 videos a day, not a good idea. It's hard to keep up, but after a while, vids get skipped by accident. Yeah. When I do like 2 vids a day, sometimes here lately I've been setting up like with the Traxxas Max when I did the V2, the full install. The install video took so long. What I did was I went out and drove it, and I put 2 videos up there. I had the install in the morning, and then a few hours later I put the drive up. So I've been kind of actually working that angle a little bit, some of the installs, because I've been asked to get more detailed on my installs to show a little bit more of it versus, okay, here's a wheel, boom, I put this tire on, here we go. You know, they kind of want to see getting everything to seat in there a little bit. So that's going to make my install videos a little bit longer. So the drive videos may be a separate video. It's not because, you know, more videos and all that. It's because, you know, if I can do a good quality install in 8 or 10 minutes, you know, you can check that out. Or, you know, the drive video is coming up. He's like, okay, there's the install. I don't need to worry about that. I just want to see it drive and see how it does. Well, a couple hours, boom, there you go. You get to watch the one you want to see. To me, it kind of makes sense to show a little more detail, and I've been trying to get into that. When I first started the channel, I did a lot of detail, you know, but in my opinion, it kind of made videos a little bit excessively boring, more boring than they are now. But yeah, it's yeah, might be getting more of that. So Dylan, 30 to 40. Dylan, you are, let me see here, let me find you. Dylan, let me find you real quick. You are text messaging. I think so, right? Hey Dylan, send me a text message real quick. I think you're, don't you build those fans? I was talking to, I believe it was you about fans earlier today, wasn't it? If I can find you here. I know you're here. I'm just not finding you. I was talking about servos. Yeah. I was talking to somebody about fans. They're making fans for these things, and they'll fit just about anything. Because I was talking about a heat sink for the like the 58, the 56 millimeter motors, the big ones. Okay, that was Kevin Mendez. Oh, that was you. Okay. Dylan K. Hanley. So what kind of fans do you have? You want to comment down below on that? All right, 3rd time is a charm, JDXE. Yep, I'm on that 3rd time too. Marcus, you're right. For the videos and time you know, thank you. Bagpipe Killer, thank you for watching, buddy. You're not boring, especially if you turn how many times you say awesome. Awesome, and guys, in the blooper video that I've got for the members, I'll put that up for them tonight. Guys. Said guys way too much. Steve N, when is the next DBXLE video? Believe it or not, I got that put together tonight. So maybe I'll be able to record something this weekend. Currently raining, so it's going to be rough out there right now. And it's also dark. So email, that's where it was. I was looking for you in Messenger and all of that. There we go. 40 millimeter fans. Yep, okay. There we are. I got you. So yeah, Dylan, can you post your email down there? Will it allow you to post your email in case some of these guys want to pick up some of your fans? Because you guys will be seeing this on the channel soon. I'm gonna pick up some heat sinks and stuff like that. Try to cool some of these big motors. See what they can do. Really? You won the Reese Raw 500 Operation 11 Charlie? Nice, dude. Nice. But anyway, yeah, I'll try to get the DBX Elite video up soon. Dublin, the main topic for today was pretty much just to chat with everybody. Just to answer some questions, you know, just chat with everybody. See everybody that, you know, comes on, chats, and unedited, kind of raw footage. But we are at 9:01. But I do want to end on one topic. Oh yeah, I do want to end it on, if you're just tuning in and all that, I'm going to Beat the Creek in May. And I'm also going to the Skill Nats next month. And that's in Alabama, the East Alabama. And so I'll be going there. Also, keep an eye on Traxxas. But anyway, guys, we need to go ahead and wrap this up, if I could. So, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for being part of the video, part of the chat right here. You guys are going. I don't know that I'm going to Wet and Wild. So I don't know about that one. But anyway, Dylan, we'll be chatting about those fans here real soon. Get those taken care of, because I definitely want to try them out. I just got to have a heat sink on my motors. To me, it makes sense to get the heat on more surface than just the solid block, you know, that it is, you know. Like a solid block 800 kV motor. That's a lot of block just to be blowing air around the sides of it. I want to actually get some of the heat out of it. So, all right, Marcus, catch you later, buddy. John, catch you later. I'm sure I'll be seeing Matt and Josh. Hopefully I get to hang out with them. A couple cool dudes for sure. JD Darcy, one more hour. I got to set up the videos, buddy. I got work and then work at 5 o'clock in the morning. I got to be back up. So, and with this time change right now, it's way too easy to be up to midnight. So I'm trying to get my sleep schedule under wraps and under control for that. 50 millimeter fan connected to the lipo. Yeah, I just got to have a heat sink on there. Some way to get the heat on more surface so it can dissipate and get off the motor. I mean, I know fans work and they help, but just my thoughts is like you put a 40 or 50 millimeter fan on a red hot solid brick. It's not going to do a whole heck of a lot. Anyway. Yeah, as far as the chronos go, I'm not really sure what I can do with that one right now. I tried to fit the 1717 can 1650 kV motor in it, but it wouldn't fit. The mount is too low. I don't know if there's a fix where I can get the 1650 in it or not, but yeah. Well, John, I hope we stay on the time that we're at right now. This is the time that I want to stay on. This way, when you go to work, you come home, not everybody, well, I like to have I like my outside time. So I like this time. Turn me on to your channel. Well, cool. Your local RC shop is awesome, Brian. I don't know who they are. Mention them real quick before I get out of here. Curious. Running 2200 kV 4274 with Max 6. That should run pretty good. Yeah, 1717 size. 1770 size. But what about the 56 millimeter, the big motors? That's what I want to cool. Like in the DBXLE, I really like to get that one cooler. The X-Maxx, the future Losi 5B that I'm doing. Oh, I need to show you guys this. I forgot to show you guys earlier. Losi 5B. Yeah, I know, I got to get out of here, Mike. Boom. Vidavon motor mount. And all for the Losi 5B to fit the big 800 kV in it. So, yeah. Just to pop that up. Branford Hobby. All right, Branford Hobby. You guys are awesome. Keep it up, guys. So, all right, Steve. Catch you later. Yeah, I do need to wrap this up so I can go get my videos done. All those affiliate links in the description and all that stuff, all that takes time. So, all that takes quite a bit of time. But anyway, guys, all right. Going to go ahead and wrap this up. You guys are flat out awesome. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for the members. Several of you guys have bumped it up tonight. That was phenomenal. Thank you guys. So, Dylan, yeah, Fiskill is awesome, but it is expensive. Aged pasta, 1080 Crawlmaster Sport for my new trail running. Yep, very good combo. Later, guys. All right, guys. Good night. By the way, thought your run in that event was nice. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Dublin. Yeah, the last two courses were one-handed, but with me recording. So, I'm going to try. All right, guys. About to finish this up. You guys have been awesome. You guys kept me busy enough. This 2 hours came and went like that. I mean, wow. I think I got to catch my breath twice. Haven't even finished my water. Brian, yes, I'm on Facebook. There is an Exocaged RC group. There is. I do have that. And I've got the Exocaged RC page. So I've got that, and you'll see me. You'll see me. I'm all over the place. All right, guys. I will catch you guys later. Time to get this thing over. I got to get back to work. Guys, later.